So here's the match between Warrior and Shaman, both Terran decks. So probably it's going to be a very long-term match. And here we can see that we have our ATC band manager, that is our late game plan in our deck, but it's too early for him, so we have decided to change him a little bit. Here is the Arcanate Defense Crystal, a very defensive card, a very defensive piece of our starship that is basically we're building it just to get a lot of armor. In particular, those Arcanate Defense Crystal gives us 6 armor on the Death Rattle, and this will be very useful because those Shaman's decks are used to play both Shudderwok and Raynor and Incindius, so the Incindius is making damage to the face and to the board, so having something with Death Rattle that is giving armor is very useful usually in this match. Here we have some draws from the Warrior, so from us. We got the Celiax, that is a crucial card because it can be resurrected with some of our cards. I think about hydration stations and Dr. Boom that we are seeing in a few. Here is the Arcanate Defender on the board. We have a slight problem with this Shudderwok Totem because it gives him already 2 cards drawn and 4 armor. The second card draw and the second and third piece of the armor are given in this turn, but as long as we don't have any chance to remove it, it will give another draw and another armor. So in order to avoid this, we can't avoid with nothing we have in the hand, so with nothing we have on the board because he played the Arcanate Defense Crystal. So here is the concussive shell. We were looking for him with our liftoff specifically to kill this totem and of course to discounting for a late game plan the launch of the Battlecruise. This was our only chance to kill his Netherrock totem, otherwise that was going to give him so much values, basically so much value. And there we are. So Arcanate Defense Crystal on the board for him, a piece of the starship that is doing damage to board and face. Here there was a grunt that is discounted in the next location. This grunt gives us the information that is for sure going for late game plan, because the other location that he can have is the one that is drawing a minion, a Battlecry minion, discounting it of 1, and that is usually played for making a Shudderwok Incindius combo or the small version of the Shudderwok, the 1/1 version of the Shudderwok with Raynor or Incindius. So he's clearing the second Arcanate Defense Crystal, so we got 2 of them inside our Battlecruise, and this was our plan from basically the beginning, because as I told you, we need to defend from the insane Incindius turn. Otherwise there's nothing we can do to defend ourselves from that. Here you can see he's building some pieces of the starship to make a gigantic one in order to resurrect 3 times with the Shudderwok plus Raynor combo. Remember that the Shudderwok works even on different turns, so you can play the Shudderwok, that is tripling your battle cries, and then the next turn you can just slam Raynor, for example, that has the triple resurrect effect. In our hand you can see we're starting to build a very long-term idea of game plan. We got Inventor Boom, we got ATC, we got Raynor, we got Ham, and we got Ceaseless Expanse, and we got Ziliax. Ziliax, of course, is not extremely useful in this situation, because of course the things to kill actually on the board are just too small for him, just pieces of the starship. So not a very great target for him, if we can say, because he's better against bigger targets like Murloc Gigant or whatever it is called, so the 8 version of the Murloc. And here is the draw, Hostile Invader with the perfect timing, because of course we can clear all of his board with his battle cry and his spell burst, getting the shield block out of this Garrosh Gift that allows us to draw one more card, that is Hydration Station, another very long-term card, stacking up 5 armors, that is always good using Warrior. And basically, so everything was set up right now. Now the Shaman have to push something on the board, otherwise there's no chance for him to do something. We are at 55 health combined between armor and health, and so he starts pushing some damage on the board. Here is the small version of the Murloc grouping and the 8/8 version, and with the Rush big version he's clearing the Hostile Invader. And here is the perfect target for the Ziliax. We'll wait one turn to play it, but here it is. Of course the Ziliax actually is not recovering any health, because we are at 30 health, so we don't need this part of the lifesteal effect of the Ziliax, but we played it to get rid of those 2 gigantic pain that were pushing 16 damage each turn. So the first one have died from a direct attack of the Ziliax, and the second one have died because of the taunt effect of the Ziliax. And here is his first battle cruise. We are glad to see that the battle cruise is summoning 2 marines, and I mean, we are glad to see this because it doesn't allow to Raynor to summon 3 of them, or to be more precise, it doesn't allow to Raynor to summon 3 of them if there is another minion on the board. That's why we choose to go Brawl, because Brawl left 1 minion, will always leave 1 minion on the board, and in this case the Shudderwok. So if he's gonna play Raynor on the next turn, he can just summon 2 battle cruises, so we get rid of 1/3 of the effect of the Shudderwok. So in this particular case the Shudderwok just double the Raynor battle cruise. Of course, in my opinion, it's still worth to play Raynor, because he is summoning 4 marines and 2 gigantic battle crews. As you have seen, we have played Fizzle. This because of course we want to get all of these cards we have in hand doubled, so double Boom, double Raynor, double Ceaseless Expanse and double Ham, and because the Fizzle is not enough to be traded with the Shudderwok, so the Shudderwok can't trade himself into the Fizzle, so he's still there, and this avoid him to summon the 3rd battle cruise. I mean, even the third Battlecruise was not a big deal for us, because it was just doing too much, 4 more damage, and it gives him more armor. But, you know, as long as we can avoid him to summon 1 more, why not? So, there's something less to clear with the Sizzler Suspense that we're probably going to play right now. So here is the expense, and then we are going to with the hand, because there will probably not be a safer turn to play hand hungry. I mean, a safer turn than this. And the ATC band was building our first piece. Now I'm explaining the choice of Bombos on Kil'jaeden on this turn. We have copied the ATC with Fizzle, and the idea was to try to counter somehow the Incindius that is probably going to come on the next turn, because he have the small version of the Shudderwok, plus the Incindius putting 15 eruption in our deck that are actually doing 30 damage, because at the end of his turn he's already buffing of 1 his eruptions, so 15 multiplied by 2 is just 30 damage from the eruptions. So the idea was to put some TNT in the deck, because on the following turn he was probably trying to draw most of those eruptions, and of course having TNT in the deck can destroy some of those eruptions and some cards on the hand, on his hand, and of course some cards on the board, if there will be some. So the idea behind choosing the Boomboss was exactly this one, so of clearing some of his eruption together with the hand and the board. So there we are. Here is the turn. Building some starship piece. Come on, I can do it. So the other thing to do, my opinion, in this turn is to start to launch the starship, because eruption are actually can do 30 damage. I didn't launch the starship, probably because I want to wait 1 more turn to get that piece of the starship inside the starship, and I wasn't risking to die, because the eruption altogether were doing 28 damage, and as you can see I have 41 lives, so I'm not risking to die. So actually I'm counting how many how much health and, or better, how much armor I can get from my starship, because the eruption are buffing again. So now he has 13 eruption doing 3 damage each, for a total of 39 damage. So I need to launch the starship to get over those 39 health, and as you can see we have 45 health actually, and with Dr. Boom we're summoning the Ziliax, not because of this 8 health that is not giving us, because we are already at 30 health, so the lifesteal effect wasn't working that good in this situation, but to get rid of the Incindius, because otherwise the eruption were going a bit too crazy, if I can say, and that's it. So before or later those eruption will come out, but now we are a bit more safer, because the eruption are doing 39 damage plus something on the board, but now we have the Battlecruise, and the Battlecruise is giving us back 12 health on the death rattle. So even if he's throwing all of his eruptions that are doing 39, we are getting back 12, so just getting 27 damage. I'm saying just, but it's just 27 damage plus the board. So with those 42 health plus 12 of the Battlecruise, we are able to survive to the eruption and to the board, where the board is actually doing 8 damage. Of course, we have to count also the Raynor hero power that is giving us +2 to all of the things on the board. So he's doing 8 plus 10, so 18 damage from the board, plus another actually 36 from the eruptions. This is why we get rid of the Netherworld Totem. First of all, because of avoiding the effect of drawing cards, and then to avoid the effect of having too much damage available on the board thanks to the Raynor hero power effect. And here it comes, a big eruption turn with 9 eruption drawn for a total of 27 damage. So 9 of 13 were drawn, so still 3 in the deck with 3 TNT 2 and some other 2 cards. So as you have seen from the screen, the death of our Battlecruise gives us 12 health back, so we are at 19 health plus 12 armor. We are plenty of life, if I can say, to sustain this damage coming from the board. Here is a lift off, so he want to be sure that nothing more can, if I can say, can avoid him to draw the eruptions. But here we got Sleep Under the Stars. That was a very good card with 13 mana, because it allows us to just draw a couple of cards from our deck with just 2 mana and refreshing. Here is the second Sleep Under the Stars, so I'm probably gonna play it together with the safety googles, because we want to get rid of cards from our hand, because there's the Fizzle Snapshot in the deck, and that's very important. Here basically we draw Hostile Invader, but we don't need to activate his spell burst, just because with 2 damage everything he has on the board is dying. That's why we played the googles and the Fizzle Snapshot before slamming the Hostile Invader. This was just to avoid to proc the spell burst, because we don't just need it. So here we have played the Fizzle Snapshot, and we get back all of our big cards, so second Doctor Boom, second Raynor, second Fam, and third Hydration Station, as you can see from the hand. There we are. He have to get rid of that, otherwise he can have another free board clear. Here is new height, crucial at this point of the match, because the more mana we get, the better it is. Here is Dr. Boom, summoning back our Zilix and our Battlecruise. There it is. We are probably going to play even the ATC, because there's Killjader inside, and Killjader will give us infinite card. And here is the Swan, because he had the Killjader and he decided to leave. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it.